In a world where political betrayals and backdoor conspiracies often dominate headlines, a powerful story of loyalty has emerged from Burkina Faso, one that reads more like a political thriller than real life. According to multiple sources close to the presidency, one of President Ibrahim Traoré's personal bodyguards was allegedly approached by foreign agents and local conspirators with a multi-million-dollar offer to assassinate the West African leader. The bodyguard, however, refused the bribe outright, choosing instead to remain loyal to the revolutionary president he swore to protect. The revelation, though not officially confirmed by government spokespeople, has ignited intense discussion across the region, stirring feelings of patriotism, outrage, and admiration. More importantly, it exposes the deep and complex power struggles surrounding Traoré's presidency, as well as the values of those willing to stand by him, even when tempted with fortune. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? To understand the weight of this story, one must first understand the man at the center of it all. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who seized power in September 2022, is not your average African leader. At just 34 years old, when he became president, Traoré took control of Burkina Faso through a popular military-led transition, promising to restore security, sovereignty, and dignity to a nation plagued by foreign influence and internal strife. Since then, he has expelled French military forces from the country, nationalized key sectors like mining and agriculture, refused IMF and Western aid conditionalities, and called for a new Pan-African order where African nations control their own destiny. His fearless anti-imperialist stance and grassroots popularity have made him a hero to many, but also a target to global powers and local elites whose interests are threatened by his uncompromising agenda. The assassination offer, tempting a patriot. According to credible leaks within intelligence circles, the attempted bribery happened months ago, but was only recently brought to light. A foreign-linked operative, allegedly with ties to international intelligence networks, contacted one of Traoré's closest security officers with an offer of $5 million in exchange for aiding an internal coup. The plan, as sources suggest, involves sabotaging the president's convoy during a routine provincial tour. The officer, who has not been publicly named for his safety, was promised safe relocation abroad, new identity papers, and long-term protection in exchange for his betrayal. Instead, the bodyguard reported the plot directly to Traoré, triggering a covert investigation that led to the quiet arrest of several individuals linked to the assassination plan. Why the refusal matters. In regions where poverty, instability, and foreign interference make betrayal a tempting option, the bodyguard's refusal to sell out the president is being seen as an act of exceptional patriotism. It wasn't just about loyalty to a man, it was loyalty to a vision, a nation, and a movement that millions of Burkinabe people believe in. Social media across the Sahel has exploded with praise. This man turned down millions for the soul of a country. He is a true son of the land. One user wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "In a world full of traitors, Traoré has real lions watching his back," said another. The story has become an inspiration across the continent, fueling the belief that the new generation of African leaders and soldiers is less corruptible, more conscious, and deeply committed to the ideals of sovereignty and justice. Unmasking the threats behind the curtains. This isn't the first time allegations of plots to kill Traoré have surfaced. Since taking power, the young captain has survived internal military rifts, received credible threats from extremist groups, and been targeted in international disinformation campaigns. His direct confrontation with neo-colonial powers has raised concerns in global intelligence and diplomatic communities who see him as an unpredictable disruptor of geopolitical interests in West Africa. Burkina Faso, under Traoré, has also formed closer alliances with fellow military-led governments in Mali and Niger, raising alarms in Western capitals that fear the formation of an anti-imperialist axis in the Sahel. This alleged assassination attempt only adds fuel to the belief that there are serious efforts to eliminate or destabilize Traoré's presidency through covert operations. A new culture of loyalty in governance. What sets this story apart is not just the failed plot, it's the response. In many African regimes, betrayal from within has been an Achilles heel. From Thomas Sankara to Patrice Lumumba, several visionary African leaders were killed or undermined by those closest to them, often bribed or manipulated by external actors. But in Traoré's Burkina Faso, the tides appear to be changing. The refusal by a bodyguard to assassinate the president signals a new culture of duty and national consciousness among the security forces. According to political analyst Dr. Aminata Doumbia, this isn't just about a loyal soldier. It's about a leadership style that inspires loyalty. Traoré leads with conviction, and people believe in him. That belief cannot be bought. Security tightened, investigations ongoing. Following the incident, security around President Traoré has been significantly tightened. His team is conducting internal reviews of presidential guards, while the National Intelligence Service continues to monitor foreign-linked activities. The unnamed bodyguard has reportedly been promoted quietly and moved to a more strategic position within the presidential security unit. There are even calls from the public to award him with Burkina Faso's highest national honor for integrity and patriotism. The bigger picture, Africa at a crossroads. The story of a bodyguard refusing millions to kill his president is more than just a tale of personal integrity. It reflects the larger ideological battle unfolding across Africa. On one side, there are forces internal and external that thrive on instability, corruption, and exploitation. On the other, there's a rising generation of leaders, soldiers, and citizens who seek a new Africa, free, independent, and united. Ibrahim Traoré represents this second Africa. And so, apparently, does the bodyguard who refused to betray him. In a time where African politics is often dominated by cynicism, this story serves as a rare glimmer of hope, a reminder that loyalty, honor, and patriotism still have a place in governance. By refusing to bribe, Traoré's bodyguard not only saved a life, but preserved a movement. He reminded the world that Burkina Faso's struggle is not just one of weapons, but of principles, and that sometimes the most powerful act of resistance is not pulling a trigger, but choosing not to.